This is Sarvanos with your B2B Cambodia Market update for June 9th, 2025. The Cambodia Securities Exchange Index rose by 0.63 points or 0.15%, closing at 407.44. Total trade volume was up with 64,669 shares changing hands at a total value of 323 million real or about $80,500. On the main board, three stocks posted gain. Leading the market today was Grand Twins International, up 0.50% or 40 reals to 7,980 reals per share, followed by CamGSM, which rose 0.41% or 10 reals to 2,420 reals per share. Phnom Penh Autonomous Port also increased by 20 reals to 13,420 reals per share. On the downside, three stocks declined. The biggest loser of the day was Royal Group Phnom Penh SCC, falling 1.42% or 30 reals to 2,090 reals per share. Pesta Cambodia followed, down 0.37% or 10 reals to 2,670 reals per share. Sihanoukville Autonomous Port dropped 20 reals to 12,200 reals per share. Three other stocks on the main board remain unchanged. On the growth board, DBD Engineering declined by 0.93% or 20 reals to 2,140 reals per share, while JS Land remained flat. Akleda Bank recorded the highest trade volume of the day, with 28,190 shares changing hands at a total value of 194 million real or over $48,300, about 43.5% of Monday's trade volume. MGQ Education recorded the second highest trade volume of the day, with 10,822 shares changing hands at a total value of 21.7 million Khmer Real or over $5,400, approximately 16.7% of June 9th trade volume. Moving on to the exchange rate, the Khmer Real remained stable at 4,012 Real per US dollar, while US dollar index declined to 98.85. Looking at global commodities, oil prices slipped on Monday on weak China data, but held on to most of the last week's gains as investors awaited US-China trade talks in London later in the day, hoping a deal could boost the global economic outlook and fuel demand. Brent crude futures slipped 18 cents or 0.27% to $66.29 a barrel. US West Texas Intermediate crude fell 15 cents or 0.23% to $64.43. Gold prices rose on Monday, supported by a weak US dollar ahead of US-China trade talks aimed at resolving tension, while platinum extended gains for 6 straight sessions to a scale 4-year peak. Spot gold rose 0.4% to $3,323.71 an ounce, after dropping earlier in the session to $3,293.29, its lowest level since June 2nd. US gold futures was steady at $3,344.70 an ounce. US equity futures were little changed early Monday, with the S&P 500 trading near a record high and a busy week of potential market-moving news ahead. At the time of Cambodia's market closing, the S&P 500 futures were up 0.01%. The Nasdaq 100 futures fell 0.11%, while the futures tied to Dow Jones Industrial Average ticked down 5 points or 0.01%. This was Sarvanos with your B2B Cambodia Market update for June 9th, 2025.